So it has officially been 1 full year since I got Smile laser eye surgery, and in this video, I want to explain to you what it's been like throughout this whole experience, the pros and cons, and if I have any regrets. So first things first, let's get into why I got laser eye surgery in the first place. So I've worn glasses my whole life, and I've always wanted to see without them. I was never a big fan of contact lenses and actually didn't mind glasses. Luckily, in our time, glasses were actually kind of fashionable. It wasn't really an aesthetics thing, it was more of a practicality thing because I like to do active and somewhat dangerous things that require me to be on the move. And there has been more times than not where glasses have gotten in the way, so I figured life would be a lot more simpler if I could just see perfectly. So around Christmas time last year, I decided to treat myself, go for the surgery, and spoiler alert, it was one of the best decisions I ever made. Now, there are 3 types of laser eye surgeries here in the US that are most common. First one is PRK, that's the oldest one that's been around for the longest. Basically, PRK, they're using a laser to shave down your eyeball so that it grows and heals back to perfect vision. Then we have LASIK eye surgery, which a lot of people are familiar with. You still use a laser, it's still laser eye surgery, and they actually cut a flap open, use lasers to correct your vision, and then the flap closes back. And then comes in the newest version, which is called SMILE. SMILE stands for small lenticular, I think, incision lenticle extraction?
I think it's small, minuscule, invasive
lenticular eye surgery. Yeah.
Something like that.
Who knows? But basically, it's the combination of PRK and LASIK eye surgery. Laser is still involved, and basically a very small micro incision is cut into your eyeball, and then the surgeon comes in, does his thing, and actually removes a lenticule away, and with that, you are able to see. The laser basically shapes out and cuts up that layer that needs to be removed, and then the surgeon comes in and removes it. So with SMILE, you're getting the benefits of PRK and LASIK, minus the flap. That is usually the most worrisome component of LASIK, but in reality, it's really not that big of a deal unless you're someone who's in major extreme contact sports like boxing. Before deciding which one is right for you, the first thing you should do is contact your local surgeon or whoever you want to go to, read the reviews, and do a free consultation because like 100%, 99% of everyone out there will give you a free consultation just to see which surgery you're applicable for, because not all eye shapes and sizes, the way you're formed, is going to be applicable to these different surgeries. So what has it been like this whole past year? Let's go over the pros of SMILE laser eye surgery. Pro 1, right after the surgery, I could see right away. Now this is common for LASIK and SMILE. I think with PRK, there is a recovery time, which can take weeks up to maybe months. I think it depends on the person, but I do know that PRK is a longer recovery time. So if that's what you're thinking of, you want to plan your work schedule and life accordingly. But if quick recovery time is a priority, then I would go with LASIK or SMILE, depending which one you're applicable for and which one fits your budget. This is somewhat of a vain pro, but I can finally wear sunglasses again. I couldn't tell you how long it's been since I've actually worn sunglasses without putting them over my normal glasses because that was the only way to do it, or wear contact lenses, but I never wore contact lenses. Sure, you could have got those shades that connect to your glasses, which I thought of, but it was just too much work. It's very cool to be able just to walk on the beach and wear normal sunglasses. I've lived, 26 years without doing that? Yeah, so that was refreshing. Pro 2, regarding to the beach, I can go into the ocean and actually see. I mean, obviously when I'm normally swimming, I don't have my glasses on me. Anytime I was in the water, I'm swimming blind, I guess. It's pretty cool that I could actually know what's going on and everything's clear. So that was pretty cool. My favorite pro so far, definitely though, is the fact that I can play sports and have full vision. Anytime prior to this surgery, I would just not wear glasses and essentially go in blind. Anything in close to me I can see. It's just things that are far away that I can't see. So it never really became an issue, but it feels like I should have been able to see all this time. I don't know, it's nice. It gives me more confidence to do sports and not worry about getting hit by things I can't see far away. So this year I just got into snowboarding pretty hardcore, and I'm glad I got into it this year where I can actually see, because I can only imagine how difficult it is to go snowboarding while wearing glasses. I mean, it's already one thing that you're wearing the goggles, but if you were to fall and then get snow in your glasses and your goggles, it can just be so cumbersome. And another pro for all my glasses wearers out there, I don't have to squint to see things far away anymore because I can just see. I know you've been there where you're not wearing your glasses and you're trying to make out something that's really far away. You're gonna squint your eyes and then you see it, but then your eyes get strained and hurt and tired. No more squinting. So really, aside from all the cons of what life is normally like when you're wearing glasses or contact lenses, it's like the same thing minus the fact that you have to put something on your face every day and constantly worry about it. It just feels like life is as it should be, and this is what I should be able to see every day. Pros, there's a lot of them, but essentially they're the same as if you're wearing your corrective vision already. As for cons, there are a few of them that you should be wary of, and I will state that these cons are subjective to each person out there because everyone's gonna have a different experience. In my experience, the first month of the surgery, I did have dry eyes. I noticed them getting drier more often, so I would catch myself blinking more often. And this is completely normal after any type of eye surgery. My dry eye symptom really only lasted that first week where it was the most severe. For that month, I would say it was there, but at the same time, I live in Pennsylvania and it was during January, which is one of the coldest months of the year. When you add wind, being outside, cold air, just having an eye surgery, those are all the ingredients you need for dry eyes. And they recommend you to use artificial teardrops during that first month anyways, to hydrate your eyes whenever you need to avoid this dry eye effect. Now, a year later, do I still get dry eyes? I will say that when I am driving in my car and the AC is on, whether it's heat or cold, and it's blowing in my face, I will say that my eyes do get dry. But now looking back at it, all my life prior to this, I would always wear glasses. So whenever the AC was on, it was pretty much getting blocked by my glasses. So I'm not sure if this is normal for normal people who don't wear glasses, if they notice their eyes get drier when the AC is blowing in their face. But obviously, when it's not blowing in my face, totally fine. And when I'm wearing sunglasses, totally fine. Comment down below, is this normal to get drier eyes when you're driving and the AC's on pointing at your face? This might seem like common sense, but I really don't know. Also, when I am outside on a colder and windier day doing something active, I will notice my eyes might get a little dry. Prior to this, I would always wear glasses, so I don't know if those glasses were actually a shield from the wind. Essentially, I feel like only on windier days do I notice my eyes get really dry, or whenever anything's blowing in my face is when I notice my eyes get dry. So in my experience, dry eyes were the only side effect that I personally noticed where it was apparent to me. Now I know if you go on Reddit or the internet, you're gonna find a ton of horror stories about laser eye surgery, smile laser eye surgery. Just don't forget that everybody's different and you're gonna experience different things. You might not experience any side effects and you could have a perfect recovery with no issues. My good friend Barrington actually got laser eye surgery after seeing how well my procedure went. He was in the same boat as me, wore contact lenses actually his whole life, and he felt it was a good investment in himself, and he did the same surgery as me. He did the free consultation, saw that he was a good candidate for a smile. A month later, he went and got it. So if you're interested in how that video went, check it out here. I'll have it linked or posted, and we're actually gonna make a follow-up video where he comes in and tells me how his past year has been, and I actually want to do a Q&A of this. So if you guys have any questions that you want answered, leave them in the comments below and we'll both go through them and tell you our experience on them. I do remember that he told me he had the dry eyes, but he also experienced the starburst effect, which is where you're looking at a bright light at night, like a traffic light. You'll notice a glare, like star rays around it. I might have noticed it for a bit my first week of recovery, but as of now, no. I don't have that effect. I don't know if he still has it. I'll have to double check with him. I do remember he had it for a while, but it was never like an issue where he couldn't see. Some lights would have a little ring of star around them. It's not that big of a deal as long as it's not impairing your vision. I do remember the night of my procedure, my surgery, I could not sleep. The surgeon instructed you to go home, get rest right away, maybe pop a melatonin just to help you fall asleep, because that first night will probably be the most uncomfortable night ever. It was bad. I mean, it was great because right after the surgery, you could see you're walking away, but your eyes are numb from that whole procedure because they put numbing drops in. And like 30 minutes later, on your way back home, the numbing wears away, and then you feel this intense itchy pain in your eye. It's just an itchiness feeling. Like you just really want to rub your eyes in. It felt like I had an eyelash in my eyeball, and I would look in the mirror and there was never an eyelash, and I couldn't sleep throughout the night because my eyes just kept watering. By the next day when I woke up, I went and talked to the surgeon for a follow-up right after, and they said that's a very common and normal thing to feel. All it meant was that my eyes were dry and I needed to put some teardrops in it. The lesson that I can tell you is to make sure you already have those teardrops so that after the procedure you'll be set and ready to go. But yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. As far as a 1-year update goes, everything's been great. There has been zero downside to this whole decision. It's easily the best decision I've ever made. I can stand by that. Only thing I would tell myself a year before now is that I wish I did it sooner. The procedure for Smile Relax laser eye surgery can cost anywhere between $4,000 to $6,000, I think. It's closer to $4,000 to $5,000. Talk to your surgeon, shop around, see if they can work with you. Because at the end of the day, they do want your business, and this isn't really a common thing that people are getting all the time. So if you show interest, develop a relationship, they'll work with you. There's so many payment plans that they make. I say if you're at all interested in it, do some research. Obviously, you're watching this video right now because you're probably very curious about the whole procedure, and you've probably seen some videos where they talked about the downside of it. I saw those videos too. I did my research. I saw the good sides and the downsides. I did my Reddit research. There's a lot of scary things out there, but the thing that I've learned and can attest for is that you can find bad news anywhere. You can find good news anywhere. You're going to hear more bad news because people will go out of their way to post those bad news because they didn't have a good experience. There are so many untold amazing stories, like perfect procedures, no complications. There's so many untold stories of that because people just got the surgery, had a great experience, and just went on with their life. Because it's weird, like it feels like I've had perfect vision all my life. Like I forgot that I wore glasses. I wore glasses since I was probably like 10 years old, but this whole past year, it's like never occurred to me that, hey, I used to wear glasses. Everything just feels normal. And I love being able to tell people that, yeah, I got laser eye surgery. If you're interested, I highly recommend it. Do your research, see if you're a good candidate, and go for it. I know a few people who got LASIK and have had great stories, and they just move on with their lives. It's pretty much like, hey, I got it, it worked, life's great, and we move on. So I hope this video did help out in any way for anybody out there that's interested in the surgeries. I personally love it. I'm a little biased. If you're looking for someone in the Philadelphia or tri-state area, I know a great surgeon who did mine and could highly recommend them. Please, if you do have any questions, leave them down in the comments below. I'll wait a bit to accumulate a good amount of questions, and then me and my friend Barrington, who got the same surgery as me, same surgeon, about a month apart from each other, we'll go through the questions and we'll do a little Q&A for you guys to answer any questions you might have out there. With that, thank you for watching. Hope this video helped you out in any way, and subscribe for the journey. And with that, see you next time. Peace.